Namaste and welcome to our Scorpio meditation today. And what a month, Scorpio always brings up quite challenging things, often because we start to see, or we either see or we choose to ignore parts of ourselves which are laying dormant and potentially darker, more shadowy sides of ourselves. So these come from the lower ego. So we are confronted with challenges, material challenges, lower desires, lusts, power, patterns that we get into that are seeking these material satisfaction, potentially patterns that not only us as individuals but us collectively get into. And we see this quite starkly in our face with the election in the US, where this figure of Donald Trump representing quite incredibly the lower ego that lusts for, money, power, sex, fame, fortune, and is very selfish, self-interested, and disinterested in diversity, in other people, uncompassionate, and unequal. That's very much represented in him, but it's very starkly bringing up stuff in. It's showing us the patterns that are there in everyone, and so it's not him. In fact, he is showing us that it's there, and this shadowy side of humanity has to be brought to the light in order to battle the demons and to be able to rise up higher, to soar into the sky like an eagle. And that's quite starkly the symbol of Scorpio as we go deeper into the dark, difficult stuff that we have to acknowledge is there, and there in humanity. And we can see it, and we actually go, actually, no, I don't think we want that, that there is actually another side to life. There's a material side, but there's also a spiritual side. There's also a place in the middle where we can come to and unite the two. So, Trump on one extreme, and then you have humanity and unity on the other. And, obviously the race in the election was not as stark as this, because your opposite was, Hillary didn't represent that. But what the election definitely has done is, if you see in social media, people are starting to, really starkly say one side or the other. And actually you have to have this destabilized state before a new stability can be found. And the pre-existing point of balance, which, has been not that balanced, but, it's been a state of normality, actually has needed to be shifted, because the core values innate in the society needs to shake up. And yes, maybe we have to go one way before we can go another. But by going one way, by going into the darkness, like the Scorpio side, we can actually come back into a new place of balance. And yeah, over time, that's not saying we're going to reach all the way into reaching that state of unity, but we can maybe work a little bit further. And so you have, through time of history, back and forth, fear and then faith, fear and trust. So we're going back and forth, but actually, making these things conscious. And we as individuals all have a responsibility to make that dark side, that shadow side of ourselves visible. And by using these meditations and by thought work around the learnings that we have every phase of the zodiac, we ourselves can evolve. We ourselves can leave behind parts of ourselves that we don't need, but we have to acknowledge it. And sometimes we don't have to see the full extent of what it is before moving on. I'm not saying we all have to go to psychotherapists and really and deeply go through everything, but there are patterns that we all fall into. For example, some of us are fearful of earning money. Some of us are fearful of being poor and having no money. Some of us have sexual desires which take over our mind, so that the mind actually is not able to create or fulfill its whole destiny because it's too distracted by these lower urges. So the meditation today, we will try to connect to the influence of Scorpio, which is being drawn to the earth through the sun. And although the full moon is not in Scorpio, it's in the opposite sign, we are focusing on Scorpio because that's where actually the mainstream of energy is coming onto the planet, and that's what's influencing us as humanity and as individuals. So again, we find ourselves a comfortable seated position, whether you'd like to be sat on a chair or seated cross-legged, legs straight up against the wall, whatever feels right for you. And bring your hands, turning your palms down on your knees. And just tuck your chin in and draw your crown of your head up. And feel your core engaging that center of power. And just close your eyes. And breathe into your belly. And exhale through your nose. Breathe in to the count of 5 or 6. And exhale, squeezing out every last bit of air that you don't need. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go of what you call good and what you call bad. Every inhale filling up the lungs even higher. Every exhale squeezing that belly in. Softening your brow, your face. Focusing your gaze inwards and upwards to your third eye. Exhaling, letting go, and inhale, drawing in. So it's only when we let go of something that we can bring something else in. So there always has to be a period of destruction before we can rebuild. And the whole of this year, this 2016 year, there's been so much conflict, not just outside in the world, but inside of ourselves individually. And change can happen if we start with ourselves. Breathing in light and letting go of darkness. Breathing in space, letting go of clutter. Letting go of whatever's in your way of finding freedom, finding peace, finding your place of purpose. Breathing down into the base of your spine. With your mind, look down, deep down into Muladhara chakra, into the base of your body, and feel that connection to the earth beneath you. Feel the physicality of your body. And the physical nature and this experience we have in this physical body is amazing. And just breathe in gratitude for your body, to be able to experience what it's like to feel, to see, to taste, to touch, to hear. To be able to experience pleasure, to enjoy food and drink, but to not be chained to any of these lower desires. Our emotions can connect us to our soul. It can help us listen to actually what's right and what's wrong. But if we listen to the emotions that are driven solely by our hormones, we can be distracted. Now, breathing into your heart, finding that place of balance, finding that place where our soul resides, which unites the material with the spiritual realms, helps us to hear the instructions, our directions for actually our purpose in this body on this earth. And as we exhale, breathe out through your arms, your means of loving and giving and expressing and creating in this world driven by our soul, touching, uniting us with other people. And then up to our third eye, looking up through our crown, connecting us to our spirit, our spiritual nature, that eagle flying skywards, that inspiration that comes from infinity, that comes from divinity. And just allow that light, that white light, to saturate your whole being. To experience yourself as a wave, as just an energetic wave. And just as you're a wave, you are also matter, you also have particulate. And every atom of your nature has consciousness, has soul. As spirit ignites that matter, it creates consciousness, creates soul. And here in the middle, you reside. Now the demons and the battles you have to fight with those lower desires need strength. You need to find that warrior strength within you to slay the dweller on the threshold, those lower emotions and patterns. To not be ruled by money or power or lust, greed. Seeing yourself as a warrior, engaging your core and feeling the strength within. As you fully individualize in this lifetime, as you fully become an individual thinking for yourself, you can reject cultural, societal, family, humanity, even karma. We don't have to listen to those thought forms created by the masses. And as we all as individuals start to question what is right and what is wrong, what is true for our spiritual nature, which doesn't ignore our physical nature but finds a place in the middle. And feel that strength and breathe that strength through your whole body. Whatever battles you have to go through, you will emerge triumphant and strong. Warrior I am, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. Still connecting to the earth, still connecting to the heavens. Looking to your third eye and asking yourself, confronting yourself, what pattern do I need to battle, do I need to work through right now? What don't I need anymore? Can I stand in my power without anger, without force, but with strength, honest strength? Can I let go of fear and can I step into trust? Knowing that the cycle of life moves, changes, from good to bad, which is all only an opinion, and all helping us to emerge stronger. Coming into your heart, bringing your hands to your heart, left hand and then right hand on top. Sounding Om to seal that intention. Take an inhale and exhale. And inhale for Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you.